Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 11 review. So what did I think about this episode? Um, this was not as good as Episode 9 and Episode 10. Um, was it eventful? Yes. Don't get me wrong, as I said, The Walking Dead has improved as of late on having episodes mean something. There's no more 90-minute specials of just fucking pure nothingness happening. So they come upon yet another colony. Their new colleague, associate, acquaintance, Jesus, brings them to the Hilltop Colony. And they realize that, there's more people there. And they're building their own community. And also, they have no guns. They've ran out of ammunition. They're just holding spears there. They meet with Gregory, the leader of the Hilltop colony, and he's just a fucking asshole. The other thing is, there's a brief little spurt of violence as we see one of their citizens on Hilltop has been blackmailed by Negan, and it leads to a bloody end, a bloody climax. But other than that, I really had to ask myself sometimes about this show, and there was something that I really read that was interesting. An article online. I believe it was Variety or something. I don't really hold a lot of stock in what a lot of these entertainment articles say, or these analysis of the shows. I usually watch YouTube more. And I like to kind of just peruse YouTube for what people think about The Walking Dead. But it always comes up again and again and again. There are some people that hate The Walking Dead. Now, the reason why they do most of the time is they complain it's boring. It's slow. It's a little bit too dialogue heavy, and they just want zombies. But you have to really realize that it's not just all about zombies. I mean, in a large part, yes, in the grand scheme of things, but really this show is so much more. This is not like your normal this is not your normal fucking zombie flick. It truly isn't. This is not Night of the Living Dead. No sir, no way. This is not Evil Dead. This is not a zombie film. This is not a zombie show, really. Zombies are just a threat that play a role in here, but they're sort of like side characters when you really think about the way how things go. It's really just a turmoil that this post-apocalyptic setting has put human beings into, and they've changed, and they've become more primitive or primal in their own right. They've changed sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse, or sometimes they're just like Daryl, almost exactly the same as they were before the apocalypse even happened. So that's where this show really differs, and I think a lot of people miss the point on that. Now, are there boring episodes that kind of justify this claim? Oh, you bet your ass. And a lot of people always claim that even the biggest fans, a lot of the big fans, such as myself, even say this. They kind of feel like the show just isn't going anywhere in particular, or it's not really going the way how we envisioned or planned it in our heads. Now, listen, I trust in the creators, I really do, but going from one community to another, there's just we haven't seen anything quite like the first season yet, where they actually came upon the lab of where they think that everything started. We still really haven't gotten really any answers. Even Fear the Walking Dead hasn't even given us any answers. For God's sakes, we really um, don't uh, get a real sense that there is a lot of progression. The stories do progress, the relationships between characters progress, but dear God Almighty, sometimes it just feels like it's one thing after the other. one community to the next community to the next community. And it kind of makes you wonder how many seasons, how many times could they possibly keep this up? And that's when it really sets in, and you just ask yourself that really, is it worth watching anymore? And I think it is. I think this is definitely an interesting show, and the drama definitely keeps me involved. But really, I have to say that sometimes I do agree with some of the naysayers. Sometimes this show just gets into a lull, and it just doesn't feel like it's using its time wisely enough. I don't know what it is and why I feel like that. I've been saying that for a long time. The show just does not use its time adequately, like Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. Now, this is still a great show, which is really a testament to just how truly great it is that it can be so flawed but yet so good. And it's mostly due to the acting and a lot of other things. But, I don't know. I just sit back and I watch this episode and I just say, a lot of the same things kind of seem like they're transpiring already in the Hilltop Colony, almost like they did in Alexandria. And maybe that's meant to be done in an artistic way of irony, but I don't know. I just really feel like The Walking Dead could use a really big moment to really put it over the top and step it up to the next level. I don't want them to fall into the same lull that they did when they were in the prison. And sometimes, like, season 4, just some moments just, drag and just feel like forever, and they're just in the same place, and there's not really a lot of whole exploration going on in this series. And that's just really what concerns me about this series. And I really hope that they don't fall into some of the same ruts they have in the past. Well, anyway, guys, that's my opinion on the series in general. The episode was pretty good. I'm intrigued by this new character, Jesus. He seems like he has a lot of depth to him, and I'm sure we'll get to know him better. We're gonna get to know Negan, I'm pretty sure, by the end of this season. But yeah, that's all I got for right now, guys. I'll see you for the next review.